So I just made a blog post called The Liberation of David Soto Jr. That's me. I'm David Soto Jr. And I explained this in an earlier video when the day that I did it, but now that it's been like a month or so, or not even that, but so much more has happened. So let me tell you, I've been Primitive Dave or at Primitive Dave for many years now. And if I haven't been Primitive Dave before, I was aspiring to be Primitive Dave, all right? I was like, everything I did was as natural as possible, as primitive as possible. My website's slogan is advancing in this modern world as primitively as possible. And so for years, I tried to be this ancestral health guru. I tried to give people some health and wellness coaching. I tried to lead by example. I posted pictures every day of my food, posted pictures of me doing training, MoveNat training, natural movement training. I went to workshops and seminars, and then I studied how to study business, right? Because I wanted to do this for a living. It wasn't what I love, and I can clearly see that, and I knew that, but I needed to make some money some way, right? So I thought, I'll be a health and wellness coach. I'll help people reverse their type 2 diabetes, which I have the knowledge and experience to do that, but my heart was never in it. But I persisted for 6 years. I had a health and wellness background before. I used to be a personal trainer. I used to be fat, right? So I had all this experience and knowledge. And when I discovered the paleo diet, what I call primitive eating, I started a website and a blog and started talking to people, and I took on clients, and those clients got results, and I was doing well. And then I was like, this kind of sucks. This is boring. And so I started writing, talking about nutrition, and it really wasn't going anywhere. But I didn't see that it wasn't going anywhere. I kept trying. I kept writing posts. But then all of a sudden I started to like posting things that were like self-disclosure, right? Me and my flaws and how I've overcome them. You know, one of my most popular posts was why everything should be in your life because of love. And really, what did that have to do with primitive movement, primitive eating? It didn't, but I kind of made it fit in. In this past year, since I've been on the road, I've been on what I call, and I will publish this in this title, an unexpected journey. And as I'm traveling with very little distraction, no bills, no TV, no other people, I have nothing to do but become self-aware and learn about myself. And in doing so, because I'm a writer, I started writing things, and these posts became popular and became picked up by other websites, and I got inquired about podcasts, and writing a blog post about how to make guacamole never got that much attention. Never got as much attention as writing a blog post on how I'm self-discovery, about my self-discovery and what I'm learning, what it's really like to be a man, and what other men are going through too. So that's when I first started to notice that this whole primitive thing may not be working out, and I should have known it beforehand, but then I started writing fiction. Almost. Then I started writing fiction, and I thought, well, there's no way this fits in my website, so I have to create a new website. So I created a new website. That's called David Soto Writes. And I just started writing working on a novel and posting the chapter as I write them. I was doing one a week for 22 weeks. I did one a week. Then something happened, and that something is called Esperanza Diamamnté. She happened, and I couldn't stop writing about her. I could not stop writing about her. First, I couldn't stop thinking about her. Couldn't stop thinking about her. Then I couldn't stop writing about her, and then I was overcome with like this confusion. Like, I love this. I love writing this story. I love everything about that book that I wrote. But where does it fit in? How can I share? I want to be like on social media, and I want to share pictures of things that I love like everybody else. Whether it's your dog or pizza or cinnamon rolls. So why couldn't I? But I felt like I couldn't, right? I felt like this is not primitive. Therefore, if I share it, people aren't going to be, because I've built this audience, not a very big one, mind you, but I built this audience for all these years and tried to set an example and continued to get more knowledge on the subject and take workshops and training. And then all of a sudden I'm writing magical realism. Like, it didn't make sense. But I started sharing posts. I wrote to my email list, my email subscribers, which was up to 1,000 at one time, and they're unsubscribing like crazy. And I love that woman's ibex sweater. Anyways, so what happened? I made a post and I'll link that post to. It said, "Who killed Primitive Dave?" I did. I killed Primitive Dave, and it was just kind of like an accident. I didn't really want to do it. I was thinking about it, and I was kind of looking, right? Because at Primitive Dave is my Twitter handle. The Primitive Dave is my Instagram. They didn't even match. And I used to make videos, or I'd be like, "Hey folks, Primitive Dave here," and I would say this. It just sounds gross now. It gives me shivers to call myself that. So one day, in this very coffee shop, I was looking up, I go, what's a new moniker I can have for Twitter? I would like it to also match Instagram. That way when I tell people what my handle is, it'll work for both. And those are my most frequently used forms of social media. Ones I like. I really like Instagram the most now. And so I just kind of started looking, and I was looking, and then I thought, I really like going by David Soto Jr. Taken. And I thought about David Soto David Soto Jr., David Soto Jr., the whole thing. And that one was taken here, I was taken there, blah, blah, blah. And then I typed in David E. Soto Jr., my full name. When I used to sign my names, my full signature, that's what I would sign. And it was available. And I checked Instagram, it was available. I checked Twitter, it was available. And I just made the change. I went from just looking to actually making the change. And the way that felt was amazing. Like, it was amazing. And then I started sleeping better. I started going to bed thinking like, oh, that I post a picture of my food today? Oh, I don't have to. No, I don't. I didn't just change my name. I just finished being Primitive Dave. I finished this persona that I created. And it felt so good. I felt liberated. Like I'm free. We love United States of freedom. And so I had to write a blog post. I had to share it. I don't know if I did it justice in the blog post. You can read it. I'll put a link here. I don't know if I don't know. It feels great. What I was doing was not because of love. What I was doing because I was trying to build an audience. I was trying to make some money doing it, hoping to make some money, and I didn't. I didn't make any fucking money. I guarantee you, no matter the people who did pay me for coaching, the books that I did sell, all of that, 6 years gone. I never made a fucking profit. I can guarantee you. The one good thing that came out of this 6 years of trying to be Primitive Dave is that I learned how to publish books. And that's why I wrote and published a book within 2 months. My first novella, and I'm excited about it. And it's back on the bestsellers list as of right now. We'll see what happens. I want to hit number one. I'd like to hit number one. But anyways, The Liberation of David Soto Jr. You can check out the blog post, but it's going to cover a lot of what I said here. But if you're a reader, I don't know. But that's me. I'm David Soto Jr. and I'm fucking free, man, and I love it. Thanks.